Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to start off with a kind of a side-by-side comparison or review of the item I've been using, the Samsung Galaxy 3 Pro, Buds 3 Pro. And I just bought today the Cardo Freecom 2X. I've not even taken this thing out of the box yet, but I'm going to go ahead and compare the two for you guys. I'm going to go on a ride tomorrow. So tonight I'm going to set it up and I am going to attempt to put it in my helmet. I bought it over at Cycle Gear in Oxnard, and the guys offered to put it in my helmet, but I didn't have my helmet with me. They said if I experienced a hard time with it, to just bring it back to them and they would do it for me. They said a lot of people have a hard time with the wire management in it, so we'll see. I've never done this before, so we'll see how this goes. I figured probably the best way to do this is to actually put the camera on my chest mount. I've never done a video like this. I would say if you really want a full-on like review of this kind of item, the Cardo Freecom, go to Revzilla. You know, they've got a great channel. They do reviews like this. And they go through all of the specs and, you know, what this thing does. It's waterproof, half-mile range, two-way, you know, whatever all that stuff means. I'm not really going to do that. I'm going to see how we put it on. And then tomorrow when we ride with it, I'm going to see how it compares to what I've been using, the Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. So let's get started. Let's first take this thing off. This is the camera mount that I use for my chin mount for the helmet. I mean, chin mount Osmo. Easy on, easy off. That's pretty cool. Whoa, sorry about that. All right, let's see. How am I going to do this? Let's open this up. Oops, I tore the box. That was probably a rookie move. All right. Jeez, how the heck do you get... Oh, okay, see, you got to read this. It says open. Ah, okay. Oh, that's kind of neat. And here's the unit. Okay. Start here. Update your unit before using it for the first time. Turn it on. Pair. Download the app. Oh, there's an app. I gotta download an app with my phone. Important information. Cardo sticker. Holy cow, look at all this stuff. Okay, this is a sticker. Oh, okay. I know what this is. All right. So this, you can stick this to the side of your helmet somewhere. And then this thing is going to clip onto that. Or you can take this thing here, which has this clip on it. This wire's in here. Let's get this wire out of the way. Okay, it's two wires. Oh yeah, one for the mic and one for the speakers. And then this will clip on to the helmet. I'm guessing like so. And then that way it doesn't live on the helmet, that's what I'm going to use, because I'm actually going to replace this helmet. And so I don't want to use something that's going to be stuck to the helmet. So anyway, all right, let's get back to this in a second here. Okay, let's see the rest of the stuff in here. These are the two little Velcro pads, I guess. Well, not I guess, they are. And they're going to go in there. I'm not sure what that is yet. And that's obviously the boom mic. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, so this is the boom mic. So if you've got a helmet like mine and it pops open like that, or if you've got just an open-faced helmet, then you need to use this thing so that it, you know, sticks out. And if not, if you've got a full-faced helmet, something that you're not ever going to be popping up like that, it's just always going to stay down, then you can put this in, plug this in, and wire this and just stick it inside your helmet there. And then because your helmet doesn't pop up and down, the wire won't come out. So you've got two different mics for that. I'll be using this one for now because I've got this kind of helmet, but I think I'm going to be switching. So definitely want to keep that, and then of course you got your charging cable. So, all right, that's pretty cool. Okay, well, let's get into this thing. I've never taken things off of this helmet before, but I am assuming, yep, okay, there you go. All right, that was easy. Pull that out, and it exposes that little circle where I guess somehow I'm going to stick that in there. How am I going to stick that in there? Oh, okay, that, I don't know what that is, but there's another one here. That's what I'm going to stick inside the helmet. Okay, and then did I go over these speakers? I didn't, did I? These are the JBL speakers. Again, if you guys want all the specs, go to like RevZilla. Subscribe to them. They do some great reviews. And this bad boy is going to fit just like that right in there. And then obviously the other one is going to run to the other side. And then instead of having earbuds that go in my ears, which these are great, and I've already dropped these a couple of times and they've survived. Good looking earbuds, and they function awesome. I love these things. But at high speeds, like on a phone call or even music, I can't really hear very good. And the vibration from the helmet moving back and forth a little bit knocks these earbuds out of my ears sometimes. And then that's inconvenient because I'm riding and my earbuds have fallen out. So I'm looking forward to something that literally is stuck to the helmet and can't fall out. We'll see how it sounds. All right, I'll probably speed this video up while I do this. Let's go. So obviously here something is strange. We've got one, not strange, one is shorter than the other one. So obviously this is the one that's going to be close to the side that you're going to be plugging into. So just keep wary of, you know, which side of your helmet you're going to be putting this thing on, because that's going to be the side that this one is the one that you put on. So let's see, does that matter? Yeah, you're right. I mean, you want that with your left hand, I would imagine, because then you get your throttle on your right hand. So I would assume, and I probably should have read some of these instructions that I tossed over there, but I'm going to guess that the short one is on the left side. You know, the good thing about this is if I'm wrong, I can just unvelcro it and re-velcro it. So no biggie. Okay, and the other one is going to go, obviously, on the other side. Now, let's see. Let's put these wires facing backwards so that I can run them a little easier around the back. And what I'm thinking here is I'll just get a couple of pieces of duct tape, tuck that back in the back, run that like so. So, all right, for now, I'm just going to tuck that in there and just get the rest of it in. Okay, now, so let's see, this thing, no, this thing is going to clip in Let's see. Just shove that on there. Okay. Well, it appears as if I don't have a helmet that this clip thing will work with. Oops. It's got to get up there pretty far. And it's not getting past this blue plastic thing here. Let's see if I can try again. Maybe I'm just being too much of a wuss. Maybe I just need to get after it. Okay. Well, all right. So I will tuck those cables in a bit later. Then what I guess you're going to do here is that's what some of these other Velcro things are for. I'm going to put these in here and here. And I'll put this mic somewhere like so that I can have that there. Okay. That's easy. Just plug and play there. I'll clean that, put a Velcro strip there, put that there. All right. Now let's do a little fit test here with these earbuds in, make sure that they're not causing a problem. Oh yeah, no problem at all. I can't even feel them. Okay, well, so now it's just going to be a matter of buttoning up all the wires, getting everything kind of hidden, putting the mic in, downloading the app, and doing all that. So, all right, here we go. Okay, well, I got pretty much everything back together here. Pads are back in, mic is on, wires are tucked in back behind. I didn't tape anything because I am going to be buying a new helmet soon-ish, I hope, within the next month or so, I hope. But this side, because of this plastic flap that is supposed to tuck in underneath the helmet, and because I have these wires here, it's not cooperating. So I'm going to have to move these wires or cut a little slit. I'm thinking I'm going to cut a little slit right here and just allow these wires to pass through. That shouldn't affect anything. Well, I'm shooting a video on how to do this install on the helmet. Oh. Now you're part of the YouTube video. Peace. Cool. Cool. Groovy. That was the wife coming in to check on me. Oh, we came unbuttoned here. Yeah, button back up. All right, so I'm going to fuss with this for a little bit. I think because of this, well, not I think, because of this thing, this is going to be a challenge to get back into this side. So I'm going to have to keep just maneuvering this until I can get this in. Well, now I see why the guys at the shop were offering to do this for me and telling me that if I got a little frustrated to just bring the helmet in and they would do it for me. It is difficult on this side where you've got this thing hooked up to get this piece back on and get back in properly. I'm getting it. It's close. I'm just going to keep fussing with it. I'll get it in there. There we go. I think I got it. Yep. All right. Here we go. Got it all buttoned up. Now, if I was a super smart individual, I would have plugged this in while I was doing all that and got this big charge going on it so that it was ready to go. But I didn't do that. I'm not big smarts. Not big smarts today. But this thing has a USB-C charging cable. Can you see that? And then there's a little flap right here. It flaps up for the charging port. So I'm going to go ahead and put a charge on that right now and download the app, and then we'll go from there. And then tomorrow we'll go for a ride and we'll check this out. And we'll see how it stands up to the Galaxy Buds 3 I've been using. Okay, I just threw a quick charge on this. It's not fully charged, but it says to turn it on, download the app. I scanned that thing with the QR code. And then you've got to, it looks like you've got to sign up for an account, pair it, follow the instructions. So we'll do all that. I'm going to do all that off camera, and then we'll get this thing all set up. Okay, so I couldn't turn this damn thing on. I don't know if I want to admit this or not, but I couldn't turn this damn thing on. There's no like power button on this thing. There's nothing on here that tells you how to turn it on. There's nothing in this thing like but I think you push these two buttons on the side together for 2 to 3 seconds. There we go. See the blue light? All right. Thank God for ChatGPT. So I didn't know how to turn it on. I went to ChatGPT. I said, Cardo won't turn on. How do you turn it on? And it told me right away how to turn it on. So if anybody else is having a hard time turning on their unit for the first time ever using it, apparently that's how you do it. The two buttons, 2 to 3 seconds together, then it'll turn on. And now my phone is looking for the unit. I've already signed up for the account. You just put your email in and your name. If you want to add your garage, add your bike, add your helmet, and then you're done. So I imagine now it'll go through a little setup process, and then we'll be in, and I think you can control everything from your app. No unit was found. Try again. Uh-oh. Setup is proving to be more difficult than I thought. So there's a little button on top, symbol that says, it's like a Wi-Fi symbol. I'm going to try that. I'm going to hit it, holding it. That light went red red isn't usually a good thing. It's flashing. Still looking for the unit. Seems like there should be a better set of instructions. These are just notices. This is not like instructions. This is just a QR code. It just says turn on, pair, download app. So once again, no unit found. So it looks like this is going to be a little bit frustrating. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Yeah, not super seamless with the Cardo thing. Not for me anyway. I don't know, maybe your experience is different. This is my first time doing this. And yeah, it's not working out super good for me right now, but I'll get it. All right. With a little bit of help from my friend ChatGPT, I figured out how to do it. You have to press and hold the button that has a phone icon on it for 5 seconds. Then the light will start flashing red and blue real fast, and then you can go to your Bluetooth connection on your phone, look for the Freedom 2X, click it, hit connect. I actually had to do that twice for some reason. And then when it came up, finally found it, hit connect, and then it immediately has you update your unit, which I'm doing now. It's updating, and then I should be good to go. So the instructions could be better for me, but if you know how to use ChatGPT, you can figure out anything. All right, well, good morning. It's the next day. I got the Cardo hooked up. I'm out on the 126 again. Today I'm heading out to Willow Springs Racetrack. Gonna watch, there's some Porsches from San Diego doing some sort of an event down there, so I'm gonna go check that out and see what I can see. But so the Cardo app, obviously yesterday I had a little difficulty getting it connected, getting it turned on, but once I learned how to do everything, got it all hooked up. The interface is pretty cool. You just got quick access to all sorts of things for your phone. You got your intercom set up. If you're riding with somebody else, you just pair and boom, you're paired, I assume. I haven't actually done that yet. You got your phone. I haven't added in my my speed dial, contacts yet, but you got them right there. FM radio is pretty cool. You got 6 presets that you can just add into there. That's pretty neat. Music, I haven't quite, I think what you need to do is actually hit the plus symbol here and add, my gloves aren't working, add your music into this to have it be in the Cardo app, but your phone is connected to the Cardo, so it doesn't really matter. All you need to do is just go to your music app. For me, it's Spotify, and boom, I'm playing music through my headphones. Now, that said, with all that interface and everything, that's pretty cool and everything, but while riding down the highway, I was trying to listen to the music. I've got it turned up all the way, and it is not quite audible enough. It's not quite loud enough to be audible. This helmet has some plastic covering like half of the speaker, and I didn't want to cut it off because there's stitching cloth on the other side of it. But I think that is significantly hindering the sound. Having it covered up halfway with plastic obviously is going to mess that up. So it's a little too quiet right now. I'll cut those out and see how that affects the sound. But obviously you're going to get a trade-off from buds that are in your ear, like the Galaxy buds that I was using, and these that are just in the helmet. They're not going to be as loud. But you'd like it to be loud enough so you actually hear it. I'm thinking at lower speeds, when I'm maybe just going through the canyon, I'll be able to hear it. But at 75, 80, you can hear it, but not really good enough to be enjoyable. Anyway, let's head out to Willow Springs. now that I'm in a slower traffic here, let's try to play the music, and I'm betting that it will be audible at these slower speeds because, you know, there's not as much wind noise going on in my helmet. And hopefully, oh, you guys saw my code. Now I'm gonna have to change my passcode in case anybody watching this finds my phone. They know how to unlock it. It's a check mark, guys. You ever find my phone? You want to get into it? It's a check mark. Now I'm gonna have to change it. All right. Probably should have pulled over, I suppose, if I wanted to start the music, but let's just live life dangerously. Let's go to Spotify. We'll listen to my music through that. Yeah, as I suspected. At this slow speed, the music is nice. It's very audible. I can hear it very clearly. You know, you don't get the bass, you don't get the depth of music that you would get from your Galaxy Bud Pro earbuds, whatever. But that's pretty obvious, you know. There's going to be some trade-off for having speakers that are not literally in your ear holes, you know. So, but it sounds nice at this speed. You know, it sounds nice. I'm going 50 miles an hour. It sounds great. So another kind of good thing, I guess, about the Galaxy Buds is there's a setting in your app where you've got a voice detection and or siren detection. And if and when your earbuds detect either your voice or someone else's voice or a siren, the earbuds will, they don't stop playing, but they get down to a level that is just barely audible. So, like when you're talking like this, the music goes down, you can barely hear it. Like, you know it's on, but you can't really hear it, so it doesn't distract you. You know, obviously right now with my Cardo, I'm talking over the music, which is a little bit distracting. You know, the music has not turned down. Anyhow, you know, now I'm going 64 miles an hour, and I have a little bit of a more aggressive song. I've got Rage Against the Machine playing here. So I can hear this song. You know, earlier I was playing something from was it Bob Dylan or something, and it was just quiet. I couldn't hear it. This I can hear. Interesting. Anyway. Another fruit stand. Alright, we are getting out here to the end of the 126. I've only gone 38 miles from my house, so a short little jaunt from my house to where the 5 freeway is, and Magic Mountain is right over there to my right. But we are going to go straight through and head out Palmdale, Lancaster kind of area. My back is remarkably better in the last couple of days. I can actually take a deep breath without it hurting in my chest and my back. Still not 100%. It hurts a little bit, but being out here on the bike sure beats, you know, being at home crying about your back hurting. Beautiful day, getting much better weather today than I got yesterday. Not getting wet, so that's good. And I have decided here, when I get out onto whatever the road is, I forget the road, I've got to turn left on Turquoise Canyon or something like that, I think. I'm going to find a spot, pull over, and rip these side pads out of my helmet and cut out the part that is covering up the speakers, because I guarantee you that's making a dramatic difference on the volume. I mean, you can't cover up half the speaker with a solid piece of plastic and not have that make a huge difference on the sound. So
I am going to get a new helmet. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this one up so the speakers are better. Okay, got pulled over here. I didn't get pulled over. That sounds like a cop got me. No, I pulled over and I cut out some plastic pieces that were covering. I love this knife. I got this knife shortly, not that long ago. Shortly? What was I about to say? It's got a Phillips head and a, and a flathead screwdriver. I've actually used that a couple of times. Super sharp. Love this knife. Anyway, it's not a knife review. Anyway, I just carefully kind of cut that plastic out from around the speakers so that now the speakers aren't halfway covered up with plastic. So just sort of carefully did that. The button is right there to connect it, so it couldn't cut off too much. But I'm sure that's going to make a difference. Now, full disclosure, I'm sure that this helmet, the speakers would be a lot better without this chin strap for my camera, because you can see it doesn't allow the visor to completely close. So there's a ton of wind noise that's coming in that otherwise would not be in if I didn't have the chin strap on. And I'm going to change the mount right now. I'm going to put the camera over here, take the chin strap off for a little bit, and see how that goes. It's like I'm hell-bent on destroying my helmet. I was working on it up here on my seat, using that as a workbench. And my wife called, and I let go of the helmet for a second, and it fell off and scratched the lens. Oh well, I'm getting a new helmet again anyway. So. All right, well, let's get back on the road. Okay, well, absolutely surprised to no one, or surprised to absolutely no one. I guess that would probably be the better way to say it. With the plastic no longer covering the speakers. Yes, makes a huge difference, and it is definitely quite a bit louder. So that's nice. And obviously with the visor being able to be completely shut and the lack of excessive wind noise coming in, you know, makes all the difference in the world. And I will say too, obviously not every helmet's built the same. I have a spare helmet for my kids and for my wife to use. And I looked at that one. It's a full face helmet. It doesn't fit me, it's too small. But the ear cutouts or the cutouts for the speakers are better designed. You wouldn't need to cut anything away. These speakers would not be covered up with any plastic. This helmet is just, I guess, poorly designed for those speakers to be inserted into it. Anyhow, just about to head out onto the Canyon Road. Start heading into a nice area. Oh, I'm supposed to go left here. Ah, shit. I'm not in the right way to go left. All right, turn right and then I'll go left. Whoops. All right. Well, it looks like I've got about 45 minutes to go. Another 37 miles, it says. A nice little windy road. I've never done this. I'm unfamiliar with this road, its conditions, and where the cops hide. Nice little windy road, though, out here. A lot of horse equestrian centers. I think I saw a couple signs that said equestrian centers. Yesterday I was struggling with what to call these horse farms. Not a farm, obviously. I came up with ranch yesterday. Might be a horse ranch. I think equestrian center is more accurate. I think that's what the horse people prefer to call their little equestrian centers, is equestrian centers. Anyway, beautiful day. I am here in Green Valley. Cool little spot. Cool little town. But I've lost my connection to Google Maps. I didn't download an offline version, but I'm pretty sure I just kind of keep going straight. At some point I'm going to turn right. I don't think I'll get lost. Probably through the town of Green Valley. I've got my camera back up on my helmet so I can show you guys what I'm seeing a little bit better. It was just a, boy, you blink, you miss it, kind of going through that town. It's a neat road. It's a nice ride. Oh, okay, Elizabeth Lake Road, okay, all right. Yep, I go right here. I remember that on the map. And then, I'll be going left here somewhere. That I don't remember. Well, let's see, maybe I'm out of that. Maybe I can get back on there. Still offline. It's weird. I'm out of the mountains. Hills. Try again. Try again. Ah, there we go. Okay. Beautiful. Back in. This say, oh, I'm still 37 minutes away. Okay. Well, this is a fun road. Look at this. Oh, come on, cars, get out of my way. Let me go. You shall not pass, they say. That's all right. Cool looking. Let's go for a swim. I'll bet you they've got rules. I bet you they got rules against swimming in the aqueduct. I don't know where I am, but as soon as I got out of the hills over there through that valley, it got windy. This place looks like Bakersfield. I know I'm not in Bakersfield. Looks like, reminds me of Bakersfield. Which would make sense. I mean, Bakersfield is probably not that much further that way. Holy cow, it is windy. Windy. According to maps here, I've got 13 miles dead ahead before I turn left, so straight, boring, going through this town, whatever this town is. I'll have to look it up later and put it on the screen in text or something. I've been looking for a sign, but I don't see a sign. I don't know where I am. All right, jeez. With nothing off to my left, no houses to block that wind, I'm actually having to lean left to stay straight. These gusts of wind are wanting to knock me over to the right. Get out of the road. This is some wind, boy. Yep. Oh, jeez. Woo! That's fun. Okay, well, we have made it. See the cars racing around the track. Here we are, Willow Springs Racetrack, out in what definitely feels like BFE. Like there is just nothing out here for miles. I don't know what people do out here other than race their car. All right, so $20 to get in, and he said I could pretty much just go wherever I want to watch the race, or watch the cars. All right, well, I have stopped real quick up here at what they call the balcony. This is a back entrance, I guess, to the balcony. There's just the restrooms. Got the men's restroom, women's restroom. I pretty much have the place to myself. There's like nobody here. Bathrooms they're clean. They're in good shape. If you're planning a visit out to Willow Racetrack. And then this is the view you'll get from the balcony. I'm guessing there's it looks like some seats up there. And there's the racetrack right in front of you, obviously. And bleachers over there to your right. And a whole bunch of bleachers off to your left. And I am literally the only person here. It looks like all the activity is down there. I stopped too soon. I'm gonna sit here for a minute, watch the race. And then I'm gonna move down there, I think. Oh, look at this Corvette. Nice. Another set of bleachers down here below the balcony. It looks like all of the activity is really down here, so I'm going to move down here. Looks like there's another track off to the left. Porsches and one Miata. If I'm not mistaken, that first red car was a Mazda Miata, and then the rest were Porsches. That's funny. How did the Miata get an invitation? line up. They just did the podium awards. I got here just at the tail end.
Yeah, but on the front row, you're typically correct. Where I was today, if I'm on your bumper, right, I can't hardly see the flag.
I think this is my favorite one here, Liquid Molly. I like the name. It also looks really cool. That's cool looking. Paddock Diner, catering and parties. Oh, there you go. There's Willow Springs. I admittedly do not know who John Hartman is, but this is the John Hartman Garage. I'm sure he was important in one way or another. This is a cool looking car. Look at that. That looks like it moves. Jeff Steinbach. Cool car, Jeff. All right, well, that was fun. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today. I'm gonna go ahead and ride home. Once again, guys, thanks for joining me on the ride today, checking out Willow Springs Racetrack, and a little bit of a review, I guess, a real world review on this Cardo 2X, Freedom 2X. Sorry about that little pause. I was making sure that I could just get out that gate for some reason. Anyway, thanks for coming along with me today, guys. Remember to get out there, make it a great day. Go out somewhere you've never been before, go check it out. This is a real common spot for me to leave my make it a great dollar, make it a great day dollar. I usually, I do. When I'm getting gas, I'll do that. That way the next person will come and find that. It'll be kind of cool for them. At least I think that's kind of cool. Anyway, almost back home. All right, I'm back from my ride. I figured I'd do a quick little, what do I think now of these after I rode? What do I think of the Cardo Freecom 2X? I think the jury might still be out. I think I need to ride another ride or two on them. My first initial thought when I took my helmet off on the way back, my ears are ringing a little bit right now because I had to turn the volume up so high, like a full blast basically, to hear them. And some of the songs that I was listening to were, when it got really loud, I think was
maybe a little too loud. My ears are ringing, and that didn't used to happen with my earbuds, because obviously the earbuds are in your ear, so you can control the volume a little bit better. But obviously you don't have to worry about them falling out because they're connected to the helmet. And every time I take the helmet off, I have to worry about the buds falling out of my ears. So, I don't know. And I haven't had a phone call to get a chance to test the phone call with them. I should have called my wife when I was out. I didn't think about it. Next time I'll do that. So, overall, I like them, but jury's still out. I'm going to do another ride before I make my determination of which I like better. All right, guys, thanks for coming with me. Make it a great day.